Okay. For the demonstration purpose, we have taken ferrite sample. Okay. These are the ceramic materials. You can see that here there are two type of bindings here. This is called primary coil. Okay. What we have done that we have taken hundreds coil over here, and this is the secondary. It's something around 150. Am I right? 200. Okay. So this is the sample. Okay. Just look at this one, and you can easily understand that what we are going to do. That first of all, we are going to apply field from these two primary, that is primary coil, and from the secondary coils we are going to monitor it here. Now, when we have applied the field, the nature of BH loop is like this in the beginning at room temperature, that is at 35 degrees centigrade. Slowly it shrinks, and you can see that the size of the BH loop is going to change from here to here at 65 degrees centigrade, and even at higher temperature it further distorts. Why it distorts? Because the existing domain that is distorting now, and because of the distortion of the domain, the shape of the BH loop is going to change here. So now you can see that at the end at 140 degrees centigrade it flattens out. Means that from here where ferromagnetic properties is there, and from here up to 140 degrees centigrade there is a drastic change in the shape of the BH loop. So ultimately what we can conclude from this diagram is that the Curie temperature of the given ferrite material is 140 degrees centigrade. What is occurring here? This is the BH loop we have demonstrated. In this case you will find that whenever we are going to apply this is, you will see that the domains are randomly oriented. This arrow mark you can easily find out domains are randomly oriented. But once we apply, this is called saturation magnetization, you will find that all the domains are aligned in the applied field direction. This is the applied field direction, this is the induced field. So in the applied field directions all the domains get aligned. Okay, and after that you will find that again last here you will find that in these domains which are aligned in this direction, once we reverse the field these are aligning in this direction here. So this is the basic fundamental aspects. Okay, this is called saturation magnetization, and this is the applied field H, this is the induced field B, so we call it BH loop. In other words, it is called hysteresis loop here. Okay. As far as theory is concerned, you will understand with the help of this particular what we have made here, that domains are aligned here. The rotation of domain is going to take place here. You will find that with the rotation, the domain walls is going to rotate, and at the end you will find that reversal of this is going to occur. So first of all they are aligned, slowly they are going to take this shape, and ultimately they are going to disalign, reversal. So in the BH loop this phenomena is going to take place. Okay, so ferro, this arrow marks we have given, ferro to paramagnetism character is induced over here. So let us come to the experimental part, how we are going to do. Look here, this is the ferrite sample, and this ferrite sample, this is the air oven. Here you will find that in this air oven we are putting mineral oil. Mineral oil means that transformer oil. This is the temperature measuring devices. This is called thermocouple. So you can easily see it. We are going to monitor the temperature, and here this particular ferrite sample what I have demonstrated, this is the primary coil, this is the secondary coil, and for making them insulating we have wrapped over here. So we do not want to get the copper wire shortened here. So this is the ferrite sample. So you can easily see primary coil and secondary coil. Okay. Now this is dipped inside the transformer oil. We call it mineral oil also. Now जरा कपड़ा लाना. बनाती रहो वीडियो, कोई बात नहीं, कट कर लेना. Okay. So you will find that in this case we are putting the beaker inside the furnace, air oven, and this is completely inside the furnace now. Now slowly we will start heating. This is silicon oil. We will start heating. This is off, this is on. Okay. So you can see this knob. Through this knob we are controlling the rate of heating. Okay. 5 degree to 10 degree. You can turn it to higher heating rate also. You can turn it to lower heating rate also. Okay. Now let us come to this point. This thermocouple is connected through this one. Okay. Now here you will find that this is the Curie temperature kit here. Now this is the primary. This is connected to primary. Okay. Here we are going to apply voltage something around 5 volt. Am I right? 5 volt, and the frequency is 50 hertz. Here we are going to monitor the secondary one. Okay. Now look here. This is important thing. I will try to demonstrate here. This is the knob where different resistance are connected here. This is 5 ohm, 10 ohm, and then 100 ohm. 5, 15 or 100. Am I right? 5, 15 and 100. Yes. So when we connect it, this is 5 ohm. I will explain why we are going to do. Then next comes 15. Then next comes 50. Okay. So I will demonstrate why we are going to do. Through this process, what we are going to do, that the secondary coil which is connected over here, we are controlling basically the current. Why we are going to control the current? The reason is that the nature of BH loop, if we are going to check it. Okay. Now look here, once I am putting at 5 ohm resistance, the nature of the BH loop is like this way. Okay. Please keep it over here only. Okay. And once I change it from 5 to 10, you will find that the width is widened. And we are interested in this one. Again, we will test when we are going for 10 to 50, you will find that saturation magnetization is easily obtained over here. Just look at the peak here. So, by this way we are going to select at which scale we are going to monitor it. Now coming to this part, what we are going to do, that we are putting the knob at 50 ohms. Okay. From here, now we will start heating. Okay. So you can see that this is the temperature. Temperature right now is 36 degrees centigrade, and we started heating it. Okay. Don't go for this decrease in temperature because it will fluctuate. 35, 36, 35, 36 in the beginning, and slowly it will increase here. Now and you will find that this is the BH loop. Okay. Now we have to monitor it continuously. Let me wait for a few more minutes, then I will demonstrate it. Please pause. Start it. So please note down that at present the temperature is 36 degrees centigrade. We can call it a room temperature, and at room temperature we will trace it. Okay, this is the butter paper. You can see that the BH loop is easily visible. So with the help of butter paper, we will put the butter paper and we will trace it. Why we are going to do? Because we are going to study the nature of this BH loop, how it is going to change. So at room temperature, you will find that this is the BH loop. Okay, so you have to be very careful in tracing also. My hands are not so perfect, so this is only for the demonstration purpose. Okay, so at room temperature, this we have already traced it. Okay, now you can see that temperature is slowly increasing. From 36 degree it has gone to 40 degree centigrade. Then again we will trace it at 100 degree centigrade. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So you can see that I am pressing again at intermediate temperature. Temperature is something around 70 degrees centigrade. This is only to demonstrate how this BH loop is going to change. Okay, so we have to monitor it continuously. Okay, you can see the green line, and over the green line I am simply tracing it. If you can see clearly, you can easily find the change. So this is at 64 degrees centigrade. 64 degrees centigrade. You can read 64 degrees centigrade. I am writing 64 degrees centigrade. So I will keep it here. This is 36 degrees centigrade, 64 degrees centigrade. Okay. Then again I will take something around 90 degrees centigrade, and okay, so please. So you can see that this I am going to record it at 90 degrees centigrade. So at different temperature we are simply tracing the BH loop. Okay, so just by comparing the BH loop we may be easily demonstrating you how the nature of BH loop is going to change with temperature. So this is at 90 degrees centigrade. Okay, this is at 90 degrees centigrade. This is at 64. This is 36. Okay, you can see that now temperature has gone slightly higher while tracing 99 degrees centigrade, around 100 degrees centigrade. So I expect something around 140 degrees centigrade the transition is going to take place. Okay, so for a few more minutes so that temperature is going to increase, and we may able to see the transition in the BH loop with time. Okay, the temperature has increased to 129 degrees centigrade, around 130 degrees centigrade, and we will see that how the nature of this BH loop is changing. Now this is flattening out. Okay, the induced magnetism B part, it is going down, whereas H part applied field is same, but this is shrinking. So why this is shrinking? Because the domains which are aligned, okay, they start distorting, they get distorted here now. So the process of distortion of the domain wall has started, and now you will see that this nature of BH loop is changing here. So we will compare with time. Okay, so let me see that when it flattens, means that when this B portion, this is H portion, this B portion is lost, we will take it. Okay. 133 degrees centigrade. We will go up to 140, around 140 degrees centigrade. So keep on recording this one. Don't. Both should be. Both will be covered when you are taking.
Covered.
Okay. You see, now temperature has reached to 137 degrees centigrade, and this is becoming, this is flattening. See, it is now completely lost. Okay, it is lost now. Look here, the temperature is 139 degrees centigrade. So we can say that at 139 or 140 degrees centigrade, okay, this nature of the, now let me trace it here. We will find that this is flattened out, completely flattened out. And also put the camera on the temperature part also, so that it is 140 degrees centigrade. Okay. Now it is 140 degrees centigrade. So what I want to illustrate with the help of this experiment, that the entire BH characteristic, BH loop, if I divide it in this part, you can see okay, and this is the at 140 degrees centigrade. So we can say that the Curie temperature of this ferrite material is 140 degrees centigrade. So my dear friends, this is the demonstration, and again I will try to explain you why it is occurring. I told you that in the beginning we have applied magnetic field because of the induction effect. Now the nature of BH loop is like that at room temperature 36 degrees centigrade. At 64 degrees centigrade you will see that if I take this middle part, this is shrinking down, okay, slowly it is shrinking down. At the end, at 140 degrees centigrade, it has completely shrink down. So this is the H, this is the B part. So there is no induction effect, induced field is not there. Okay, so the overall conclusion of this demonstration of the experiment is that for the given sample, this ferrite sample, the Curie temperature is 140 degrees centigrade.